Hey everybody, it's Lear from Leroy Gaming, and in today's Noob's Guide for Elden Ring, I'm going to show you how to get your first +3 weapon upgrade in Elden Ring in 5 minutes or less with no required combat. So if you are just starting out and are still running around with no upgrades on your weapon, this is the guide for you. Super easy, super fast. Now, as with my other guides, I'm going to start with a quick summary for those individuals that are kind of pros at this game and just kind of want to know the general areas where to go, and then they can figure it out on their own, no problem. And then after that, I'm going to go through a complete walkthrough where me, myself, as a noob, will run through this. Now, again, I am by no means a pro. This is actually my first FromSoft game. I mess up a ton, so I figure if I can do it, anybody can do it. All right, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and take a look how you can get your first +3 weapon in roughly 5 minutes. All right, guys, as always, we're going to start with the overview. So I like starting here at the Church of Ely. Now, what's important is you're going to get your first stone right here. And I'll mention that again and walk through. But you're going to start here. And then what you're going to want to do is you want to go ahead and teleport to Gatefront, because that's where we're going to start for the speed run. Now, if you are really, really new and you don't have the map of this, then all you got to do is go right here. Exactly where I have this chest marked. In the center of the road here, there's going to be the map right there. It's going to be a little pillar there. I'm going to be running by it in the walkthrough. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, you can run by and unlock the map. And then what you're going to be doing right off the bat is you're going to run through Stormgate. You're going to avoid all the enemies. You're going to run through here and going to make this immediate right. And then right over here in the open fields, you're going to see kind of a guy sitting, a corpse sitting in a chair. Couple of elements, and you're going to see this white light, and that's going to have 3 of the necessary stones. So you're going to be right off the bat at 4. As soon as you're done with that, what we're doing is you're going to teleport back. Now, if you've unlocked the Aghiel Lake North, awesome, teleport there. If not, teleport back to Gatefront, and you're going to run through. And then what you're going to notice is as you approach this marker, if you haven't picked this up, go ahead and pick it up. And then you're going to basically make an almost immediate right. Now, where we're heading is here, Limgrave Tunnels, but you do not want to drop off right here. You'll notice in the test footage, I tested jumping off right here, and it will kill you, even if you're on your horse. Instead, you want to follow this path down here to where it drops off a little, and then just try and aim for the water. If you aim for the water, you'll take no damage. If you hit the rocks right below, you'll take a little bit of damage, but you won't die. And again, if you really want to see the exact spot to jump off of, then just watch my video. I believe I actually, in my recording, jumped off just a little bit higher, but any area down here is going to be fine. And then you're going to go into tunnels. And a quick TLDR, or TLDW, I guess, is that you're going to go through here and through all the levels, and you're going to want to run through and pick up all the stones that are off the walls. Now, in my recordings, I believe I killed the first 1 or 2 mobs, and it takes a lot of time. It's really not necessary because you're going to be running to spots where there's elevators. You're going to basically be able to quote unquote lose the enemies. Also, if you just pick up a bunch of things on one of the floors and you die, it's not that big of a loss. You're probably going to save more time just resurrecting at the entrance of this and running continuously through and then going on the path. So if you pick everything up, you're going to get a total of 13 stones on this run, which is 1 more than you need. You need 12. So if you miss one, it's not a big deal. And you can go ahead then and upgrade your weapon to +3 back at the Church of Ely. So that right there is the summary. If that's all you were looking for, then please do drop a like. Let me know in your comments what you think of these videos. Not only does it help me algorithmically, but I love hearing from you guys as well. Now we'll again jump right into the full walkthrough. Again, I do want to point out one last time that in the walkthrough, I went ahead and killed 1 or 2 monsters at the beginning. it kind of wasted time. So if you're really speedrunning, just run through it. All right, so now for this guide, we're going to assume that you already have your horse unlocked. And if you have unlocked a horse, make sure to watch my guide on how to unlock your horse in 5 minutes or less. And what we're going to need to get your preferred weapon to level 3 is 12 total level 1 stones. And so we're going to count one that you get right here, picking up right off the bat. And what we want to do to make this go fast is we're going to teleport back to Gatefront. This is exactly where in my guide you unlocked your horse. So we're going to teleport over there. And so our goal is to get 11 more stones as quickly as possible. So first thing we're going to do is mount up and head this way. Now, do you want to point out that just by killing random enemies, you're going to be able to potentially get level 1 stones, but we're not going to count on that. We want guaranteed drops and location. So there's a very just quick and easy location up here that I had mentioned. And so if you just follow up this road, you can pick this up right here. This is going to be a seed to give you more power-ups for your weapon or for your potions, but you just want to get this right here. So there's a smithing stone. So that's going to be 3 more smithing stones that we just picked up. So we should be at 4. We're going to immediately teleport back. And then we're going to go to the marker right here. So this is the mine that we're going to be going to get the rest of them really quick. So again, mount right back up. If you had not previously gotten the map I mentioned, you just pick it up right here where I just rode by. Be careful not to get knocked off your horse. All right, now, and as we move towards the marker here, I did test out the drop rate here. And do not fall off from this area right here. You will die. But the good news is you don't have to go that far back. If you go roughly to right here, you should be fine. Just drop off. It might take a little damage. I hit the rocks. If you happen to hit the water, you actually won't take any damage. And then we're going to arrive at the mine. Now, I do want to point out, you can pretty much omit most of the enemies if you want to. You just have to dodge around and kite a little bit. But if you have a good two-hander, you can get away with it. Or get a good sneak attack on them. So we're going to go straight in here. The first one we're going to get is right to the left. There we go. And again, I got a new weapon, but there's the first one. All right. As you come down here, you're going to have 2 kind of enemies here. And the miner is not going to bug you, but off the bat, what you can in fact do, you can stab them, which I recommend kind of jumping them. And there's another one. All right, when you make your way down, you're going to just make an immediate right here. You're going to see another miner working over here. Again, we're going for the elements that are right behind him. The backstab will help you out. So again, even if you have a level 1 weapon, you shouldn't be too hard to get. Now, when you head past this guy here, that's optional. You can go ahead and run in here. There's going to be 3 rats here, annoyingly. So you can just go back here, pick up the smithing stone, keep rolling, and just avoid them. You can find them if you want, but we're trying to go fast. Keep going. And now you're going all the way back to the other side of the room. And we're going to go to this back elevator. Now, this is very important. We're going to start by going all the way down. And you will notice we just passed a ledge, which is going to come into play in just a little bit. So you come on down here. We got a couple of them to pick up here. There's not one in there, so don't worry about that. So we're just going to go, and there's going to be enemies here, right? So just go ahead and pick that up. Oops. Don't know why I drank a potion somehow. I don't remember pressing that button. There you go. Get past them. Get that one right there. So you got both of them. Whoo! It can get a little hairy like that. But we got them nice and quick. Avoid the fight. Now, as I'm running back here, I want to point out that I had messed up. I had accidentally stepped on this on the way back, and this had gone up. So when I arrived here, this was up, and the enemies caught up to me and killed me. Again, this is a noob's guide, so make sure you don't do that. You want it to be like this. So when we're running back, you're not having to worry about it. The monsters, while they're following you, you can just step on here. Now pay attention. As it's going up, look at front. There's going to be a ledge, and jump off. Okay? So that's what we did. We jumped off right there instead of going all the way up. And now you'll notice there's a marker here because there's technically a boss here. But we're not here for the boss. We are here for the goodies. So I'm going to come on over here. Put it back. Now, this is technically some glitstones. They're not our basic crafting elements, but we're still going to get them. There's a smith stone right there. Now, these guys, be careful. If you do fight them, they blow up. We're just running by and getting the smith stones and then going and hitting this button. Ooh, and getting away from them. All right. Now, technically, you could die there. It's not a big deal. Again, we are not here to survive this. We're doing a speed run. This, in fact, is a boss. I just wanted to show it to you guys, but sorry, I almost missed it. There's one more element here. There you go. There's a smithing stone. And now this is the boss. So again, if you have your level 1 abilities or weapons, this fight's going to be kind of a pain. So what I recommend, because we're doing a speed run here to get these elements, these stones, just go ahead and die to this. And this is just going to be a quick teleport out. So say hello. How you doing? And just like that, we get our one-way ticket out of here. And just make sure you hit last grace, because if you chose the other one, it's going to reset you right before the boss. And we don't want to do the boss right now. So let's check our inventory. And you'll notice I have 14. I really technically have 13 because I had one extra one from randomly fighting before doing this guide, but we only need 12. So again, between getting your first stone at the church, doing the run to the north, and then doing this quick run through here, you're going to get enough to get your first weapon to +3. Again, you need 2 to hit level 1. You need 4 more for level 2, and then 6 more for level 3, for a total of 12. All right, guys, future Leroy jumping in here really quick at the end because I realized I did not show you the actual upgrades process. So if you're at the beginning of the game, the only option to go to upgrade is here at the Church of Ely. You're going to want to go to the smithing table, click strengthen. Now you're going to notice we're at 0, and to upgrade to 1, as I mentioned, it's going to cost you 2 smithing stones and 530 runes. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade to 1. And you can see to the right, if you're curious how these upgrades work, you see me mouse over to the right here. You'll see it says physical attack, and to the right, it's going to show, originally it's 136 base damage plus 25. The 25 is basically the extra damage based off your strength and dex modifiers. You'll notice at the bottom it shows the scaling here is D rank for strength and D rank for dex. And by leveling it up, it doesn't change the scaling, but it's now going to go to 143, and you get an extra 2 damage from, I believe, from the dex and strength. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. We're going to upgrade to 1. And then to upgrade to level 2, you'll notice it costs 4 and another 636 for this greatsword. And then for level 3, it's going to be another 742 and 6 more. Now, you'll notice it says you can no longer get any higher than 3. So later on in the game, you're going to find a blacksmith in the table of the round. this is something that just you're going to get access to it as you keep playing. You're going to have an interaction at the table or at the camp with the same lady that unlocked your horse, and you're going to teleport there. But for now, you're at +3. You're much, much better. Now, do note you're going to need a different type of smithing stone to go above 3. They're going to be called smithing stone, parentheses 2s. And then later on, there's parentheses 3s, etc. So this, though, will get you started. Do note you can also farm random mobs, and they have chances of dropping this, but this is a nice, quick way where in about 5 minutes or less, assuming whether you die or not on this quick little run, which now that you saw kind of where to go, you should be able to hopefully avoid dying. This is going to make sure that you can get a +3 weapon right off the bat, even if you just start the game. So hopefully you found this helpful. This has been another Noob's Guide by a Noob to Elden Ring. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what other kind of guides you'd like to see from me. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.